Hi, I'm Chia, and I'm one of the pillar leads in TBN Asia. Allow me to walk you through a very quick introduction of our organization. At TBN Asia, we believe the key to true reform is fighting poverty through enterprise. A little bit more about us. We are a non-profit based in Singapore, and we want to develop an ecosystem to support social entrepreneurs in Southeast Asia. And we do that by rallying funds, expertise, and time to provide our entrepreneurs a very holistic and high-touch approach, because we believe that the social entrepreneurs are the ones who are going to be the true change makers. TBN Asia is an affiliate of TBN International, which was founded much earlier on, back in 2003. Now, TBN International was considered a bit of a pioneer in the area of impact investment. They were a loose community that actually spun out 5 separate impact investment funds that supported more than 100 projects and have received quite a sizable amount of government grants over the years. TBN Asia started much later. We consider ourselves to be an affiliate of TBN International, but we want to focus very much on Southeast Asia. We have 10 projects as of 2019, but that number is actually growing. We want to foster a spirit of collaboration and empowerment to help our social entrepreneurs scale and sustain their best ideas so that they can restore dignity, bring hope and restoration to community members, to beneficiaries. And that is what is going to bring them out of poverty. So what does the TBN Asia ecosystem look like? We do that through, we try to develop the ecosystem through 4 initiatives. The first one would be the Social Enterprise Training Hub, or SETH for short. And this program is to help high potential social enterprises be more investment ready. Then on the other side, if you have social entrepreneurs, great social enterprises, they would need investments. So we also have a separate pillar or an initiative that tries to bring together like-minded investors who believe in impact. Then on the other side, we also have a group of people who would like to contribute to impact, but they are neither an entrepreneur nor an investor. Well, we have ways to engage them as well by getting them to contribute of their time and expertise. At the base of all of that would be our Outreach and Partnerships initiative that tries to support the 3 other initiatives by connecting the different stakeholders. So a bit more about the individual pillars, starting with SETH. It is a program to help high potential post-revenue social enterprises be more investment ready. This is a 6-month program. We try to, of which at the end of it, we hope that we will help mobilize $1.5 million investment dollars through 20 social enterprises who will in turn create 500 new jobs and impact 100,000 low-income people. So this is kind of how it looks like over 6 months, where we take them from their vision, strategy, business planning, helping to strengthen their operations, help them to be more investment ready, strengthen their pitch, put them in front of investors for pitching, and then help them, when necessary, to tighten their negotiations with the investors. What makes SETH unique? It is very action-oriented. We always say less content, more action. We have a structured expertise support. I won't go into details, but every social enterprise in the program will have an assigned relationship manager, a business mentor who understands their industry or domain, a life coach, and they also have access to specialist advisors who can help them with operational functions like HR, finance, marketing, sales. So that's a lot of support there. And of course, the entire program is built on peer support, and we actually do involve the prospective investors a lot earlier in the program. So here are some of the social enterprises that have graduated from our program, and we are happy to say quite a few of them have received a lot of have made quite a lot of progress, be it in the international press, follow-on funding, or have done some amazing partnerships. Moving on to the expertise network, we are trying to build a community of industry mentors, specialist advisors, and coaches, people who are willing to give their time, talent, and treasure to support the social entrepreneurs in the program. So quite a fair bit I've mentioned in the SETH expertise support, that is actually coming from the expertise network. So we have a couple of engagement channels. One is to allow the one is to open up a volunteer platform where people can come in and say that, hey, we want to help. We have this, I have this expertise. I don't know how I can contribute. Please tell me how. And we'll do our part to match our volunteers with any kind of open volunteer opportunities. And you'll be surprised that sometimes some of this skill set, which is very specific, for example, doing F&B in the hospitality or the hotel industry, and you actually have a social enterprise that is looking specifically for that kind of expertise. Aside from helping the social enterprises, we also allow our experts to actually interact amongst themselves to learn from one another. So it is not just about helping the social enterprises, the entrepreneurs, but the experts themselves. We also have curated events to help our experts learn and improve from one another. Moving on to the investor network, we try to build a network of like-minded investors that are committed to use their resource for the greater good to help social entrepreneurs. So we have this is how we try to engage our investors. We try to have regular meetings to bring them together. We try to have regular pitch sessions from time to time with prospective social entrepreneurs, social enterprises, or investment pipelines. It's not quite possible now, but in the past we used to organize field trips to bring prospective investors to the field and to see what is it like, what is poverty like in the field, and how some of these social enterprises are actually solving the problem. Always one of the highlights for our network. And we also try to have some form of collaboration amongst different investor clubs. Now, this is still quite in the work, but this is something that we're working on. Last but not least, the Outreach and Partnerships Initiative. This is an initiative this is one pillar where we try to connect all our stakeholders together. So whether is it our entrepreneurs, our investors, and our experts, as long as there is an opportunity for them to connect, we will try our best to do it. So how do we build this community? Well, at the start, we have our events and conferences. We have our annual TBN conference. Used to be physical, and then we have converted it to virtual. But we've also now started having smaller breakout webinars that is very focused on a certain topic. So how do we help social entrepreneurs what are the common mistakes of that social entrepreneurs make when trying to fundraise, for example? We also do matchmaking. It's always an ongoing process. When a social entrepreneur tells us that they have a very specific need, we can do it. We can either provide them a platform to share their need, or we can do some form of matchmaking in the back end. As we mentioned, field trips, always a highlight. This is a very experiential learning. This is very experiential learning, and we do hope to get back to this again. And of course, we always have our showcase, right? Where we allow our social entrepreneurs to do impact cafes where they can do very quick 10-minute pitches to solicit support to increase their company profile. So here are some of the outcomes that we hope to achieve. We try to align them with the UN SDGs. So I won't go through all of them, but right at the top would be jobs creation and economic empowerment. That's right at the very top. And then with that, there are other associated ones like home ownership, food security, access to healthcare, sanitation, and of course, we want to make sure that at the end of the day, their well-being as a person is taken care of. Their well-being as a person improves because of the work done by our social enterprises. So with that, we would just want to say there is no way we can do any of this if not for the help of our impressive list of partners and growing. We are very fortunate that we had the support of private sector, public sector, and even nonprofits, foundations, and we are working hard to bring all our stakeholders together to do better. That's it. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to follow up during the Q&A session.